And let us turn to page 4. Okay, page 4. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Sanje Joda Zoge Jon Kazuji Daga Jinso Gebe Tsonamge Dola Benjir Sanje Dubara Eshu Sanje Joda Zoge Jonam Noi Janju Bardo Dane Gyabsuji Daga Jinso Gebe Tsonam Dola Benjir Sanje Dubara Eshu Sanje Joda Zoge Jonam Chanju bardo dane gyabsuji daga jinso gebe tsonamgi dola benjir zanje dubara esho. In praise of the three principal aspects of the path, where is it? Wow. Sheripam, amazing. Thank you. It's just right there. How do you know that? Sheripam's favorite text. Thank you. Okay. Three principles of the path. I'm going to quickly explain this. This is, as I said earlier, this is a compilation of very important texts, on the basis of which His Holiness the Dalai they gave teaching for these many years. And these three principles of the path, we come to realize that if our understanding of Dharma becomes good, we come to realize that these are three things that we have to follow. Pertaining to cleansing our mind of the mental defilements, to awaken the seed of perfection within us. And it's not about anybody who wants to cleanse your mind of the mental defilements, to awaken your Buddhist insight. And these are the things that we need to work on. And they are renunciation, bodhicitta, and the wisdom of emptiness. These three are known as the three principles, the three main aspects of the path: renunciation, bodhicitta, and the wisdom of emptiness. And the manner in which these three things are taught here by Lama Tsongkhapa, and it's extremely succinct in terms of reasonings and the clarity, comprehensive. These are just the best of the gifts for us, people who want to seek a greater meaning out of one's life. And the manner in which these three principal aspects of the path is taught by Lama Tsongkhapa, the author, Lama Tsongkhapa, the 14th century AD, in Tibet. And we see that each of these three principles, each of these three paths, they have been taught under three headings. One, for example, let's say renunciation. First one, renunciation. One, obviously, if I tell you that we have to practice renunciation, the immediate reaction would be, why? So question number one is, why, or the reason why we need to cultivate renunciation, number one. And then once you know the reason, then you will ask what? Once you know the reason that I have to cultivate renunciation, then what would be the next question? How should I cultivate it? Number two is how to cultivate renunciation. And once you know how to cultivate it and then you practice it, what will be the next question? How do I know that I've accomplished renunciation? Number three is the measure of having generated renunciation. Number one, why to cultivate renunciation? Number two, how to cultivate renunciation? Number three, what is the measure of having cultivated renunciation? 3 points. So the same three things is followed in the form of pattern, and in the case of bodhicitta, in the case of wisdom of emptiness. So as we read this, of course, just by first reading, you may not be able to identify which is which. But if you take note of this later on, then you try to sort that out of these verses, and which is section on renunciation, which on bodhicitta, wisdom of emptiness. That part is easier. First is renunciation, followed by bodhicitta, followed by wisdom of emptiness. But each of these cases, again, three sub-themes are there. There is why, how, and the measure. So which of the verses indicate that? And in some cases, where one of the styles of Lama Tsongkhapa is that what is easy, you can easily get from the other sources, he will not really spend time. So he will just leave it, which means that we have to learn how to take the section from the parts. So like bodhicitta, what's the measure of having generated bodhicitta? So that you have to take it from renunciation. So this is how we learn. Let's read this together, and let's just see how much we can reflect on the meanings. The three principal aspects of the path by Lama Tsongkhapa. I bow down to the Venerable Lamas. As well as I am able, I will explain the essence of all the teachings of the Buddha, the path praised by the conqueror's children, entrance for those who desire liberation. Listen with a clear mind, you fortunate ones who are not attached to the joys of secular existence. Strive to make good use of leisure and opportunity, and direct your minds to the path that pleases the Buddhas. Without pure renunciation, an end to attraction for the pleasure of secular existence is unattainable. The craving for existence also binds beings, thus from the outset seek renunciation. Reverse the attraction to this life by reflecting on how leisure and opportunity are difficult to find and how life is ephemeral and without span. Reverse the attraction to future lives by repeatedly thinking of the infallibility of karma and its effects and the miseries of samsara. Contemplating thus, when for an instant you do not admire the splendors of secular existence and remain intent on liberation day and night, renunciation is born in you then. Renunciation, if not tempered by pure-minded bodhicitta, however, will not bring forth the perfect bliss of unsurpassed enlightenment. Therefore, the wise ones generate the excellent-minded bodhicitta, swept up in the current of the four powerful rivers, tied by strong bonds of karma so hard to undo, caught in the iron net of self-grasping, completely enveloped by the darkness of ignorance, born in boundless secular existence, ceaselessly tormented by the three miseries. Thinking of your mothers in this condition, generate the supreme-minded bodhicitta. Although you train in renunciation and the mind of bodhicitta, without wisdom that realizes the ultimate reality, we cannot cut the root of secular existence. Therefore, strive to understand dependent arising. One who sees the infallible cause and effect of all phenomena in samsara and nirvana and destroys all focuses of apprehension has entered the path that pleases the Buddhas. Appearances are infallible, dependent arising. Emptiness is understanding that is free of assertions. As long as these two are seen as distinct, you have not yet realized the intent of the Buddhas. When these two realizations are concurrent, where the mere sight of infallible dependent origination concurrently destroys all modes of grasping through definite discernment, at that time the analysis of the profound view is perfected. Furthermore, appearances refute the extreme of existence, emptiness refutes the extreme of non-existence. When you understand the emptiness arises in the form of cause and effect, you are not captivated by the view of extremes. O my child, once you have thus realized the points of the three principal paths, seek solitude and cultivate strong determination, and quickly reach the final aspired goal. Okay. So this morning what we learned is, we learned the 5 pairs. The subjective as opposed to objective, then conventional as opposed to ultimate, and then dependent as opposed to independent, deceptive as opposed to truly existent, and relative as opposed to absolute. Okay, in these points, what is important for us to do is that we need to know as many examples of how things are coming by the power of your mind. Let's say that we talked about one is subjective as opposed to objective. This is what we learned yesterday as well as today. What is the second one? Hey, what's the second pair? Conventional as opposed to ultimate. Okay, my question to you is, what do you mean by convention? First we have to know what is convention, then conventional. Anyone, what does it mean by convention? Raise hands. What does it mean by convention? Kate.
Something that society finds in common and considers it as something.
Can you give me an example? Anyone?
Driving on the left side, the right side, right? In some countries.
Okay, which lane is correct for your the driving? Which lane is the correct lane? John, which lane is correct? If I'm driving, which lane should I drive? You're driving? You don't, okay. Then he may teach me wrong. Right? Yes.
What is socially acceptable?
No, I'm not asking whether socially acceptable or not. I say, why should I drive? Right or left? It's simple.
Depends where you are, but in India we drive on the right.
Look, this is a problem, right? So don't trust others too much. Right? Sometimes I blindly follow somebody and then I was being misguided. Okay. What is convention? Anyone? Yes.
Popular belief, normalized, generalized, set, conduct, rules of conduct.
Some examples?
Off the top of my head, I feel gender identity.
Gender identity, like?
Male, female, binary gender roles that.
This is convention.
Huh?
This is convention.
It's conventional. Like
How?
women are supposed to play, like the girl child is supposed to play with dolls and boys are supposed to play with cars. This can be a conventional reality.
Where is it?
It's practiced
Where is this convention? Some places. Okay. So the boys should play with cars. And the girls like you should play with dolls. But you're not, you're a big girl.
So like, take, not, go for jobs and take care of your child, which is okay for me, because conventionally there is a reason for that, but that can be a conventional established.
Okay. Yes, anyone else? Yes. Okay. That's interesting. There's convention. Okay. Indrajitji. Okay, this is very important. I'm not say the looking for a correct answer. That people come up with different opinions, and they all have some facts there, some basis there. So from there, our understanding can become very broad. Yes, Indrajitji. Socially accepted norms. Good. Such as? Okay. Okay, good. And then now we have the lawyer here. Lawyer would know which is convention, which is not convention. Yes.
But off the top of my head, I'm just thinking that in different countries, in different cultures, religion or race, convention in the terms of what they wear,
Yes.
in the sense that it's accepted convention. In that country, this is what the male would wear and the female would wear.
Ah.
Would wear, would wear.
Yes, yes. Okay. Yes, here.
Convention is any established belief which is not particularly in the rules, you have to say, but it is established by coming, like the acceptance of the word itself has the meaning.
If it is a book, then it should not be convention. It's not convention. Is what you're saying? Huh?
It is convenient.
No. If it is not in the, if it is in the book, then it is not convention.
Then it is already, it is not convention, it is established order.
Okay. So therefore, if you don't want to keep it convention, quickly write it. Quickly write it. Make a book.
It is accepted by, like we all come here and we prostrate 3 times. Everyone just does it.
So Ajirji, make a book. They're coming into the hall, the 3 prostrations, right? There's anybody who comes to distribute this. It's in the book. There's no convention, right? Is it?
If you ordain that the rule book be followed in
Why you are so particular with the book? Book is something very. Book makes you scared. What's wrong? Even if what is in the book can be also convention. You're getting it? Don't be too scared. You are young. Okay, the lady there, the girl there. Yes.
I would say it's pretty much self-motivated, but it could be on different levels, from like families to a group or community, and
Very good. Your name? Emily. So what Emily said is very interesting. Convention is what you all explained, but it can have various levels. Various levels. For example, convention followed in a family. Convention followed in a community. Convention followed in the country. Convention followed in the world. Convention followed in 1 year. Convention followed in 10 years. Convention followed in time eternally. Right? There are so many levels of convention. Thank you, Emily.
even scientific and philosophical conventions.
Yes. Like what?
Like microphysics and quantum physics, Newtonian physics and quantum physics, different rules.
Like what different rules?
Like physicists here, please help me. So Newtonian physics is for macro level.
So what's the problem? So why should that be a convention?
I mean, like
Don't just say that.
Came later and kind of disputed those rules as universal.
No rules. Where are the rules?
Like laws of motion and stuff.
There's no rules. Laws.
Yeah.
So
Conventional belief it was that, oh, okay, these are the laws, but it got disputed later on.
that's it. But it's not convention. This is what they thought, that these are the realities, the basic fundamental realities, right? They thought that. Later on, disputed by the quantum physicists, saying that this is not, right? So it's not that the convention is not a convention. So we're not to mix up with the conventions. So first we need to understand what a convention is in the conventional sense. In the conventional world, what is meant by convention. That we have to understand it. Once you understand it, then we see that everything is conventional. You're getting it? It'll come later. Okay, anyone else? What is convention? This is so important. Yes, as you isn't all.
Things that are generally accepted in the world that has not been put through ultimate analysis.
Okay, only Arya Nagarjuna will understand this. This is amazing, wonderful. Anyone else? Anyone else? What is convention? Huh? Okay. Yes.
The basis of the convention is that every family, every structure, every community, every basic belief system or some sort of untold rule, something which is happening. It's a routine.
Can you give us an example?
The convention is like, okay, we just believe that every Sunday we have to go to the church or temple. This is an untold, which is happening all the time. Okay. And it's like convention, okay, we have to, this is what we do.
Okay. Good, thank you. The lady over there.
It's kind of rules, and sometimes it's written or not written. It's like common sense. For example, people are supposed to wear some clothes if they are naked. That's strange. But in Africa, that's okay. Yeah. So it's really depends on the difference.
Okay. They say the weather is like, say, the -10, then not to wear clothes is very strange. Weather temperature is like 20, 22, 23, 24 degrees centigrade, then the clothes is not really necessary, right? Temperature, body temperature, and the external temperature, they are much more same. But if you don't put a clothes, it's very strange. People look stare like this, right? So that you have to come. And then particularly in more formal settings, you should come with this dress code, right? In the invitation, the dress code is there. There is purely convention, right? Okay. And the, what is this? Huh? 2 fingers, right? Hey, what is this? Victory, peace, right? Now here, one set is victory. Now 2 sets, two victories, right? 2 victories. Why not? Why are you laughing? Why? If two is victory, why not 4 is 2 victories? Right? Why not? This is purely convention. You're getting it? If you say that, how did I do? Good, bad. Why laughing? Why laughing? So look, so by doing this, it makes, your name? Ipshita laugh. You're getting it? This outburst of emotion which made her laugh. You're getting it? So we are seeing this as objectively real to mean bad. Actually, there's nothing bad, good, nothing. Right? Like this, half. Like this, good. What is this? Then the too bad. This is purely convention. You're getting it? Purely convention. So, in your life, I'm just wondering, how many of you encountered with the concept of convention in real life? When I was class, I think about like, I don't know, okay, maybe the Rajendra, you can tell me, okay, Indrajit, you tell me, do you remember which class the electricity was first introduced in physics? Electricity, class 8? For you, which means you're way younger than me. Ajirji, class 8. Okay, so I would say, let's say class 8. For the first time in class 8, my teacher, physics teacher, taught us that electricity, there are 2 poles. One is positive, one is negative. Wow, I was so excited to know which is positive, which is negative, right? And usually we only see the what? Two wires. Right? Two wires, always two wires. One is positive, one is negative. I was so interested to know. Thus far I couldn't figure out what is what. But there should be two. Why two? I didn't know. So teacher said that there are two poles, one is positive, one is negative. I was so curious and just waiting what he's going to say, which is positive, which is negative, so that later on I can identify them very easily. He said that one is positive, one is negative, it's purely convention. Something deep inside me was shattered. There's nothing to hold on to say that this positive is negative. There's something extremely uneasy feeling came to me. That there's nothing from the object, just purely convention, meaning it's purely coming from your mind, not really from the object. When I was age 14 or 15, that really shattered something deep inside me. So later on, after coming to Institute Buddhist Dialectics, then I had to come to this is known as convention. Wow. For the first time, I was already introduced to convention when I was in class 8 by a physics teacher. So there, we're all looking for objective reality. Objective reality. You're getting it? For the first time, when I heard that it's purely convention, means objective, there's nothing there. You cannot identify this positive, this negative. It's just purely convention. Then it just shook me something inside. Meaning that from the object there's nothing there, then what's the point? Right? I could not believe that things can exist purely subjectively. Everything should be objective. When you say convention, objective, subjective. The connotation of convention, subjective, objective. Subjective, resents. Good. So now we are saying that subjective as opposed to objective. Conventional as opposed to ultimate. You're getting it? So subjective and conventional, these two mean the same. This is how. Now, not only that, not only like, say, this is victory, peace, purely convention. Like what Brother TBO said, the dress codes for the male like this, for the female like this, and so this is all purely convention, purely convention. Yet, we don't see them as convention. We see them as objective real. How do you know this? Anyone? While, like as Brother TBO said, that the dress codes and so forth are purely convention, yet we don't see them as convention. What is the opposite of convention? Ultimate. So, how do we know that we see things as ultimate? We do, while things are conventional, but we don't see them as conventional, we see them as ultimate. How do we know that? Anyone? Any idea? Resents? Any idea? Any idea? We see them as the ultimate real, objective real, not as a convention. How do we know that? Anyone? Yes.
Make them into rules and follow them.
So, how do we know that this actually the subjective real, not objective real, but we see them as we not only see, we believe them to be objective real. How do we know that? Yes. How?
We say something is the ultimate truth. We can't just say that, we just don't say give the label of ultimate truth unless and until someone has tested it or analyze it properly. So I think that until and unless we analyze it properly, it doesn't become an ultimate.
Okay, did you follow my question? What was my question? What was my question?
The question was how do you know if something that we believe as ultimate is conventional?
How do you know that something is ultimate?
Uh,
How do you know that something is ultimate?
no.
How do you know is it something ultimate?
Good.
So my answer would be about the dress group, it is like quite obvious that it is convention because we can see that even males can wear pink sort of color because usually we classify pink as color for women, right? But even males wear pink, so it is just a convention. We can easily say that. But conventional when it comes to like seeing things as subject not
Objectively real.
then it quite becomes hard because we haven't like actually analyzed upon the alternate thinking like it is subjectively real and not objectively because these sort of things are hard. That's why we can't accept it as not conventionally true but ultimately true. We are still not able to analyze it.
Your name? Jigmet. So what the Jigmet said has all the elements, the intact, all the answers there. So let's put it simply. Like say, while we know that this is conventional, right? There's things which we don't know that is conventional, but some things are. There are some things which we know that they're conventional, but we still adhere to them as object real. And how do we know that this is happening? Well, it's conventional, still our belief inside, something ingrained inside us makes us believe that things are the object real or as ultimately is not conventional. The girl here, the lady here. Yes.
I would think because it brings up so many emotions.
Ah, yes.
No acceptance, so whenever it brings good or bad, it starts to install as this is true.
Yes, you do. You understand it? What she said was your name? Micah. So Micah said that you see that emotions arising within us. Anger, attachment, craving, and so forth arising us. So while they say, for example, if you are a little, the nervous, what might be the performance, good, bad? How was my performance? What do you feel? Emotionally uplifted. When I say emotionally sad. You're getting it? So look, this is purely this finger will not increase your mark. Right? Just as doing this, your mark will not increase. But you feel uplifted. So seeing this as intrinsically a sign of good, objectively a sign of good, is purely convention. You're getting it? So the emotions are triggered. This is an indication that while we know that this purely, how many of you know that this is just convention, there's victory or peace? How do you know that this is purely convention? Raise hands. How many know that this is purely convention? Raise hands. How do you know? How many of you don't know? Oh, of course, this is real victory. Raise hands. Okay. How many don't know that this is purely convention? This showing two fingers, this is a victory. A sign of victory. Oh, you know that. But if somebody says that, now what's the situation like? Good, right? What's the opposite of victory? Huh? Defeat, this is a sign. Or this is a loser, right? Say, what's the situation like this? You're not happy. What is it? Is good, right? This purely convention. Yet, we attach emotions to these. So what's the bridge between these two things? Convention and the emotion bridges seeing the convention as ultimately real, as object real. That is what triggers the emotions. You getting it? And the emotions, they are voluntary emotions and involuntary emotions. Voluntary emotions like compassion. These are extremely powerful emotions, very useful emotions. There's a tremendous control within your mind. where the involuntary emotions like attachment, anger, jealousy, fear, and so forth, these are all because necessarily the bridge should be, linking point is the seeing things as what is conventional, seeing things as objectively real. That is the linking point. Without this connection, then your emotions, you will not become vulnerable to the emotions. Okay, so now the next question is that okay, say when you drive car, right? When should you stop? Blue light or pink light or white light? Huh? Red light, not blue light. Why not? Huh? There's no blue light, right? What are they? Red, green, and yellow, right? Amber. Okay, what? Say it again. No, say all three. Red? Okay, red, amber, green, right? Okay. So the only three lights. And then when should you stop? Which are three lights? Huh? Red. Okay, red. When it is red, then you have to stop. Only when red, only red. Otherwise, three can come together? Then why do you add the word only? Why do you add the word only? I said red and you said only red.
Well, that's how I phrase it.
Okay. Same. Good. Now let's say that why should we have to stop when it is red? Why? Huh? Then with the green also we can stop to prevent accident. This is convention, right? Convention. This convention. Red, stop. Okay. The car came to this planet Earth when? When did the vehicle first? Huh? Late 1800s, yes. Okay. So when the first car came to your country, right? So how many red lights are there? No red lights. Yes, no red lights when the first car came, right? Why not? Huh? No, no need. Then why the red lights they started? Where did they come? More cars started to come in, and then there's a jam there. Then even the patients, sick people, they cannot go to hospital. They can perhaps die on the road. And these problems were brought to the government administration. We have to do something. And the government brought all the what? All the experts. Experts? Okay, now we have to do something. Right? We have to do something. What can we do? So the experts, they thought about it and they created a convention. You getting it? Okay, let's make red, amber, and green. So with the red, all the cars should stop. With the green, you can go. With the amber, warning sign. Look and move. Get ready to stop. Oh, finish what you're doing. Okay. Finish going. Okay. Yes, and then you stop, and then you to chat with the other driver. I'm yet to finish my talk. Right? Okay, finish what you're doing. So the point is that these are all the pure conventions. Pure conventions. Think more about these. Think more about these conventions. How the conventions, there's nothing really from the object. rules are created new, then people follow this. Convention. Think more about this. Then gradually our mind, which is so addicted to belief in objective existence, will gradually tone down. You'll tone down the belief strongly to be objective. This will slowly be toned down, and then your mind will move towards the subjectivity. From the objectivity, you think more about the convention. Slowly it'll turn towards what? Subjectivity. Okay. Then it's not like say you remember emptiness. Wow, it's amazing. You meditate, then you experience emptiness, right? Your emotions subside. No, it will not happen like this. It's a very gradual process, because that our mind, how much our mind is addicted. For example, like let's say, if you are addicted to what? Any form of addictions. Addiction to attachment, addiction to anger, addiction to alcohol, addiction to so whatever addictions. Once addicted, how easy is that to undo the addiction? Oh, very difficult. Whereas you all agree. And how many of us are addicted to seeing this objective real? No. When do you see things objective real? When do you see? In the daytime or in the nighttime? Huh? All the time, in the dream, outside dream. This is the worst of the addiction, right? And this addiction is the one which connects to all our problems. Okay, so we have to undo this addiction. It'll take time. It's not that easy. It'll take time. So for that matter, think more about it, about the convention. What kind of conventions existent? Think about these. Okay, like what? Like what kind of convention? Can you think of other conventions? Dress code is one, and the traffic lanes. Okay, so it should be done in the first week of February. Okay. Convention. Anything else?
Cultural traditions.
Like?
Festivals or customs, rituals.
Oh, there's interesting rituals. Like what? Okay, so think more of such conventions, right? Think of, yes. Language.
This is right or wrong, how you can know, because we don't have that.
Yes, right? Language, this is true. Language, and some people, they're very pure heart, very gentle, but they don't really have a very sophisticated language. So particularly you learn a new language. And the language that where you learn, I would say that, if I'm not too presumptuous, I would say that all languages, they have some degree of variations between very rough language to the very tender, smooth language. All language, these are I believe. In Tibetan, yes, I know. What is what do you call it? Courteous, or what is that? Courteous, honorific language, courteous, and one is extremely rough language. In English also I know. Hindi I know that is beautiful. Hindi is a very sophisticated language. Hindi, Sanskrit, and all the other languages, right? They have this same. Some people from the same country, the language they speak is even Ladakhi. I know Ladakhi. You agree? Some people, they speak Ladakh, it's very beautiful Ladakh language, right? Some people, it's very rough. Yes? So this is with every language. So for example, let's say that you happen to learn a foreign language, and with whom you are learning the language, it so happens these people speak very rough language, right? Then what happens is that you pick up this and your mind is maybe so pure, so kind. When you go to talk to some elder, respectable person, your language is so rough, and people think that you are so uncivilized. You're getting it? It's not. It's the language. It's pure. Why this particular language is seen as very rough, and why that particular language, the same language spoken in a slightly different way, is very gentle and polite. Why? Purely convention. But we don't see this convention, right? If somebody says that, what is that in English? I don't know how to say something in English which is very rough. Piali's English is so beautiful. She doesn't know how to speak rough. Anybody who likes to speak something rough English? Huh? 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 Yeah. What? Huh? Okay, now good. Okay, here.
Shut up.
Yes. Right? Shut up. No. Would you please remain quiet for some time? Right? Would you please remain quiet for some time? Right? Let us have a peace for the time being. Let's be quiet for some time, rather than please shut up for some time. So the fact that we're smiling, we're laughing, is again because that we see things objectively real. This is how we are being tortured by the belief that things are the objectively real. Okay, good. The another example that I like to, I must bring this here, is that, okay, children's role play game, right? How many of you did it when you were small? Children's role play game. Raise hands. How many of you don't know what is children's role play game? Raise hands. How many don't know what it is? Huh? This is literally you don't know. Oh, you are one of the youngest one here, so you should be able to know in this. Okay, so maybe somebody will explain. The Pinzola will explain. What do you call? By the way, what do you call this in Tibetan? Lazo, yeah, this is it. Lazo, yeah. Okay, so let's say that the people, we are all small children, age 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. And then they will say, okay, let's have let's play a role, what do you call it? Role play game. Huh? Let's play a role play game, right? And then our Siddhanla, IT staff, everybody said that Siddhanla, you're going to be the king, right? So Siddhanla, everybody, we all just age 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, and he's to be the king. And then the Siddhanla is to pick up his tax minister, right? Your name? Ipshita, right? So Siddhanla picked up Ipshita as the tax minister, right? Okay. Then our king, now all of us, we respect Siddhanla as Your Highness King Siddhanla, right? And then for the minister, what do you call it? Huh? Honorable Minister, Honorable Minister, the Ipshita, right? So Siddhanla gave the order, King gave the order, now collect tax. We all small children, we have brought our lunch tiffin. What do you call it? Tiffin lunch, lunch tiffin. Huh? Lunch box. We all have the lunch box with us. Lunch box with the chocolate. Right? And if she had said, all the chocolates should come on my table. I'm the tax minister. All the chocolates should come on my table. Right? Then Ajirji said, no, this my mother gave me this. Then everybody snatch the chocolate from Ajirji. You have to, this is the word. King's order, the minister's order. We have to do that. Snatch chocolate and give it there, right? And if Shita put some of the chocolates in her pocket, and the remaining she gives to the king. You know what I'm saying? Right? Give some in her pocket, and the remaining she gives to the king. And the king was very happy, right? And then our Chaitana's mother came. Hey Chaitan, it's time for lunch, come. Everybody will say, how dare you call out King Chaitan, right? You have to address our king as Your Highness Chaitanya, right? And then, so the mother has to say, Your Highness Chaitanya, can I have a word with you? Then Chaitanya said, yes, tell me. Right? And the mother will say, it's time for your lunch, come. You're getting it? So the point is that all these children, and if somebody treats the king as Chaitan, come, everybody will become so angry. You're getting it? You're totally disrespectful of king. You agree? Small children, they'll be so angry, upset. So, and the mother, who knows that this just, why should you have called Chaitan? What's the problem? This is not real king. Right? Whereas the small children, all the other children, they see him as a real king in that convention. So mother is like the Buddha. Mother is like the Buddha who transcended the conventions. Who knows that these are all just small children's conventions. They create this, and then if you don't follow the conventions, you'll suffer, right? The tax minister is very naughty. She will torture you if you don't follow the conventions. So you will suffer. So what made you suffer as a subject of the king? Because of the convention. Who made the convention? The role game players, all the players, they made the convention. They made the convention, and you are trapped by the convention, right? If you don't follow the convention, you suffer. So, all these people, small children, all people in samsara, they are like these small children who are playing the role, what do you call it? Role play, right? And then they say the mother who knows that this is just small children's game is like the Buddha. When you become a Buddha, you transcend the conventions. So, if the mother wants to come into the game, she has to follow the rules. Right? Your Highness, King, etc. If you don't follow this, again you have a problem. But you know that this is not real. So the Buddha, if the Buddha wants to come to help the sentient beings, right? Buddha follows the rules, regulations of the sentient beings. You're getting it? So even the Buddha has to follow. But knowing that this is all just like small children's game. Okay. So when you become a Buddha, when you're freed from the conventions, then you become a Buddha. When you become a Buddha, then you may not follow the conventions. For you, conventions are like a small children's game. Okay. So this is, how many of you understand that the role play is just a pure convention? Somebody's king, somebody's minister, somebody's subject. Is purely convention of the small children. How many agree with me? Raise hands. This, if you agree with me, this is exactly what is happening in the world today. Say 1,000 years ago, the king and the subject. Again, this convention. Then this convention changed over after several thousand years, convention changed. Then democracy came into being. Then the communism came into being. Conventions changed. Right? King doesn't make any sense. So now, in some places, king remains as a ceremonial head, as the remnant of the past, ceremonial head, but it is not a real king. You're getting it? So, conventions, how long the convention lasts, it depends. Some conventions last for a few minutes, few hours. Some conventions last for one lifetime. Some conventions last for the regime. The regime lasts for, say, 4 years. The convention lasts for 4 years. Okay. I still remember I was in class 2, age, I think, 6 or 7. Right? In the school, okay. Education Dalai, you remember the coupon system? The spring fair? What is coupon system? What is that? What is a coupon?
It's like a big money, like, you get the small tickets.
It's just ordinary paper?
Play games.
Ordinary paper? How many you know the coupon, right? How many you were involved in this? Right? So, in a school, when I was little, say, I don't know which class 3 or 4. For the first time we're seeing this. Usually we get like the what? 50 paisa as a half a rupee as a pocket money. So at that time, it said that you will get 1 rupee as pocket money. It's huge. It's huge for particularly in the what? It was spring. Spring, that was March, April. April, we get, wow, 1 rupee is a huge amount, right? But we do not get money. We just get piece of paper, green paper. Green, small piece of paper. We said rupees, the rupee 1. And then so initially I felt really uncomfortable, but it's operating. You go there, you buy some fried potatoes, small fried potato. You get it. You really get it, not just a picture of potato. You really get it, right? Wow. Then you start to see the convention as object real. Then you see somebody has 2 or 3 pink these papers. Wow. Right? Then what happened was that was how this convention lasts for 1 day. Right? And the next day, one of my classmates, he went to the boundary of the school, and the boundary of the school, all the money used the day before, they were all dumped there. And this boy he found a treasure. Wow! He took so much of them and brought to the class. I got all this money. Right? Small child. Right? So, say that the day before, it was seen, the child learned how to see this as objectively real as money, object real money. So this remnant lasted. This remnant, the remnant of the believing that these are real money, lasted even the next day. I still remember it so well. I thought that this boy is so lucky that he has so much money now, right? I thought that if I was there, I would really pick it up myself. And then, wow, he's so lucky. But then the second thought came to me, but we are going to use this. Right? Nobody will accept it. Then gradually, this belief that this is objective realism money gradually disappeared. You're getting it? So this is where the convention lasts for 1 day, 24 hours. So in some cases, it can last for like the banks, checks. If the bank lasts for some of the banks, they go bankrupt, right? They go bankrupt. So if the bank lasts for 30 years, your check will be valid for 30 years. That's real money. But the moment the bank goes bankrupt, finish. It's just a piece of paper. It will not work as a check. It will not work as a money. You're getting it? So how long this convention lasts? it depends. Some convention can last for one day, some for like 100 years, some for like eternally long. Some conventions last in one country, not in other countries. And some conventions, say, they spread across like several countries, and gradually in other countries the convention change, but some countries they keep the convention as it is. It may last. The scope may shrink. Where the conventional laws can shrink, in some cases spread, right? Okay, so this is convention. And then finally we come to learn that everything is conventional. Everything is conventional. Okay, so with this in mind, what is the next question? How do we know that everything is convention? This next question. Okay, for this matter, for this I like to share with you, let's say, okay, thank you. Who did it? Okay, whoever did it is like a girl. It's like any convention. Right? It's good or bad? It's like a girl. Huh? Good or bad? Very good. It's a complimentary. Right? This is amazing work. It's warm. Thank you. Okay, to make it quick. How many have seen the ocean waves from the aeroplane? Raise hands. How many have seen the ocean waves from the aeroplanes? Raise hands. Ajirji? Yes. Right. So what is that like? Ajirji? What's the ocean wave like from the aeroplane? Like this. Oh. Which means that the airplane must be flying very low. Right? Not from the top. You cannot see. Are you sure?
From the top, depends on the height.
Yeah, it's very high, then you don't see the wave. Okay, how many have seen the wave from very high?
30,000 feet.
Not 30,000. Not 30,000. Listen, normally what is the height? Okay, normal height, aeroplane. They say, what is the waves like, ocean waves like, on the coastal area? White lines, you getting it? It's just like white lines. You may think that this is just white there. Actually, it's not white. It's like, not only white, it seems like so static. But when you go close there, it's not static. Then, what I usually explained, like, turbulent state. But from distance, you see it's just a white line. How many seen that with hands? Some of you might not have even noticed that. Coming to this class, you learn, this ocean wave, right? You come here not to learn emptiness, you have learned that this ocean wave, the white that I've been seeing always. I thought this white line there is ocean wave. This is ocean wave actually. Okay, so what I'm saying is that from the top, you see just a white line. Not moving, static white line. Very close by, you see a turbulent wave there, right? Which is correct? One is very turbulent. It's the same object seen as turbulent, same object seen as like a very static, not turbulent, static line. Which of the two is correct? Huh? How can both be correct? One is turbulent, one is not turbulent. What is turbulent, not turbulent, these two cannot be. These two cannot be with the same object. Which is correct? Both are correct. How? Turbulent form. So? Both are correct. Okay. I'm quite impressed by Jigmela's presentation. Thank you. Good. Very good. Both are correct, right? Both are correct. Okay. What is this? This is a wooden rosary. Correct, not correct? Okay, what is this? I would say that this is a chocolate beads. Correct, not correct? Right? One I said is a wooden bead, and the other said non-wooden bead. Non-wooden beads. The first I said these are the wooden beads. The next I said non-wooden beads. Can both be correct with respect to the same object? Huh? Hey, Jimala. Can both be correct? What is this? The first answer is this is a bunch of wooden beads. Tenga, wooden beads, wooden tenga. Tenga means rosary, wooden tenga. And the other person said this is a non-wooden tenga. Can both be correct with respect to the same object? Huh? I'm not talking about anything else, I'm talking about this. If you don't agree, if you don't understand what it is, come, you look at yourself. Jimela, come quick. You touch it yourself and give it to in the Dorji. Yeah, just see what is it like, chocolate or wood? Wood, right? Okay, now, Jimala, you touch it. Tell me, what is this? Wood or chocolate? Chocolate or wood? Wood, okay. Is this non-wood? Is this non-wood? Okay, this wood, right? This is wooden rosary. Hey, Indrajitji, wooden rosary. This is not a non-wooden rosary. This is not. Is this wooden rosary or non-wooden rosary? Wooden. Hey, Jigmet, the wooden or the non-wooden? Not non-wooden. So this cannot be both. This cannot be both. This cannot be both. Yes, no. This cannot be both. Yes. Or this can be both. The wood and non-wood both. What happened? Come to the class and then you even don't know what is wood and not is on one note. You can make this distinction. No, I'm not forcing. No, I'm not forcing. I'm just asking you. No, up to you. Is this wood or non-wood? No. Okay, now look, I'll ask only 2 times. You said, okay, Jimela, listen. You said 1, 2, 3 is okay, right? So I'll ask only 2 times. Okay, wood or non-wood? Is it both? Good. So both cannot be with the same object. Okay. Static and turbulent both cannot be with one object. Okay. Is there anybody who can resolve this problem? Did you follow?
Like you, in the morning time, you gave us the example of electron microscope, and it no longer remains a wooden rosary. Like if you put it through
Hey, this is wood or not?
right? Through my naked eyes, yes, but through an electron microscope, I don't know.
No, this is a micro. This is wood or not?
Same as you.
Huh?
Conventionally not, but ultimately
Conventionally, this is not wood.
conventionally. Ultimately not.
Okay. Are you a human being or non-human being both?
Conventionally, yes. Ultimately, we don't. I don't know.
Okay, so you're not sure. Okay. Okay. over there. Hmm.
Actually, as you say that both things cannot exist together on the same object.
No, not only me, do you agree? Good, tell her.
It is because, like, in reality it is turbulent, but you are far from the reality because of the distance. You see things as it is like non-turbulent state because you are far from reality, but when you get to the reality is that it is in turbulent state. Both cannot exist on the object.
So both cannot exist on the same object together. Okay. Is it static or turbulent? This is static. An electron microscope is not static, it is moving like this. If not me, you have to tell me.
Consider the reality that this is at the electron state, very minute state, that it is like the reality would be different, and you see this from an outside perspective.
So which is reality?
The actual reality is at the minute level. I think
Not what you see. So what? It is not static. So there's no the permanent thing. There's everything's changing. There's no permanent address. You don't have permanent address. So the government says, what's your permanent address? Huh? Everything's convention. Right? Okay. So the point is that the two things cannot be with one. So you're not a boy. Are you a boy? Not. No, on the atomic level you're not a boy. What is yes? No, what you said is that macro level is correct and the macro level is not correct, you said. On the macro level you are a boy. On the macro level you are not a boy. So you are not a boy. So you are not a boy. Because the macro level is not to be trusted. Macro is to be trusted, right? Yes? So you cannot say two things cannot be, two quantitative things cannot be with the same object. This is what you said. So therefore you cannot be boy as well as non-boy. On the macro level you are non-boy. You are non-boy. So you are not a boy. So therefore boy, non-boy cannot be with one object. So what are you? Okay, so it's very complicated. You're getting it? Think more of this, and if you start to dream of doing the same analysis in a dream, if you engage in this analysis in the dream, this is very auspicious, you're getting it? And then think more. And gradually you see that what I'm seeing as, you may even get a feeling of like illusion-like. The people that you meet with, things that you see around, you may start to see them as an illusion. If that does happen, don't feel complacent. You're getting it? I got emptiness. Don't feel complacent. You have to go further. You go further with more extensive studies. And so this analysis will really help us to shatter our samsara, right? So if you understand it so well, then gradually our emotions will be under control. The fear will be dissolved. And this pattern of the control of emotion will be carried to your next life, and then finally be freed. Okay. So the question is, how do we see that everything is like a dream? So, what is this? Hey. Huh? A glass of water, right? Okay, if you look at through electron microscope, what do you see? Bunch of atoms, right? Which of the two is correct? Bunch of atoms means there's no water. With the naked eyes, you see water. Which is correct? Both are correct. Both are correct. Okay. But you see that there is although we say the both are correct, then why say this is on the atomic level there is no water? Right? You agree? On the atomic level it is non-water. Yes? If you say yes, just say louder, yes. On the atomic level is non-water. You perceive non-water. On the level of your naked eyes, you see there's water, right? These two perceptions are different. Yes? These two perceptions are contradictory. These two perceptions are contradictory. So, my question is that these two perceptions, they differ. Which of the two perceptions are actually on the object? Huh? Both are there on the object. Huh? Okay, none. Oh, how many of you say that it's just a perception? Where is this perception taking place? In the subject. Raise hands. In the subject. Okay, now my question to you is that group A, group B. Group A look at through naked eyes. Group B look at through electron microscope. Group A, you see this as water. Group B, you see there's a bunch of atoms, no water. Right? And what we come to learn is that both the perceptions are correct. Both the perceptions are correct. But the point is that what is perception? Perception is taking place in your mind. Was the mind is what, subjective, objective? Subjective. So what's the opposite of subjective? Object. So which means that perception is not objective, it is subjective. Right? This is a very serious question. So I will leave this with this question. Say the two perceptions are subjective. Now remove both the perceptions, seeing this as water, because I'm not interested in the perceptions. I'm interested in the object. I'm not interested in the subject. I'm interested in the object. Remove this perception of this seeing this as a water. Remove seeing this as a bunch of atoms, no water. Remove that. Both the perceptions you remove. My question is, what is this? If the two perceptions are removed, my question is, what is this? Nothing, empty. Oh, it's empty, nothing's there. Hey.
I mean, it doesn't have its suchness as we assign the suchness to it.
No, my question is, if the two perceptions are removed, what is this? Just speak your mind. It may vary from other people saying that nothing, empty, right? You don't have to comply with them. You give your own thoughts. Anyone? If the two perceptions are removed, what is this? Kabir? Yes. No, what I'm saying, what is this? I'm not asking what is your perception. You're getting your perception subject. I'm asking the object, what is this? Keeping aside the two perceptions, what is this? The object. Anyone? Okay, so the Jimala is saying a glass of liquid. Right? Ajikasanla? Empty water. Okay. So the empty water, empty atoms. Anyone else? What is this? If the two perceptions are removed. Huh? It's still water, right? Still water. Water is the perception taking place on to the subject of the group A, right? You remove the subject A, then what is this? There's some liquid there. This is Jigmela answer, some liquid there. No, we do not remove atoms, we remove the two subjective perceptions. This is my question, what is this? A liquid there. So liquid is seen by subject, or they say under electron microscope you don't see the liquid. Atoms are not liquid. right? Atoms are not liquid. So even the liquid disappears. So what is this? Anyone? Yes.
Another subjective perception.
Another subject perception is there. Or there is object.
Like, yeah. I mean, if you remove these two perceptions, then some other perception will come if I have to point what it is.
If all the perception is removed,
Then it's empty.
some energy is there.
That is not perception.
Some energy is there, right? There's also perception. Okay, some people say, no, it doesn't matter. Remove the let's say that, or Ipshita, tell me, did you come with your door, your house door locked and came, or you did not lock the door? Are you sure? So you're saving? You're safe? Locked, not locked? Is locked or not locked?
Not wrong.
Safe, it is safe.
Yeah.
Because if the family is not there, you lock it.
Yes.
Okay, look, if she's saying that if the family is not there, she will lock the safe. No, what's the problem, right? When you lock the family, nobody's looking at it, then it'll disappear, nothing's there. So why should you lock it if nothing's there? Right, hey Jimela and Ipshita, why are you locking it if there's nothing there? Right, why are you locking? This is what I'm saying. When you look at, when you leave, right? Because perceptions, all the perceptions leave your house, right? So there's nothing, and still you lock it. You don't lock it. So we go to his room to see, if he's telling truth or not. But did you lock or not? We're going to check it. Here you locked, right? So when he came out, yes. When he came out, what is there to lose? Huh? Nothing is there. Nothing is there. No, even the mosquitoes will not be there. Your perception is gone. Perception of mosquitoes is gone. So therefore, why do you lock it? So on the one hand, it's saying that everything's empty. On the other, you lock it so with a double lock. Okay, so these are very complicated. We really need to think of this. So in short, before we leave, what I do share with you is that, say, what is the object? What is the object? It is, say, the determined on the basis of how you perceive it. You're getting it? Perception. So, you see there's a glass of water, or you see there's a bunch of atoms, no water. It's how you perceive it, just a perception. So, you're getting it? And they say, so what is the truth of this object? What's the reality there? What's the reality there? What is reality there? So we see the same object can be seen in two different ways. One from distance and one close by. Let me repeat it. Same object can be seen in two different ways. One from distance, one close by. So the one from distance, which is more reliable? Say, you see a person always from distance, and you see a person as your family. Which of the two perceptions is more reliable? As a family, that is more reliable. That person is more reliable. So close inspection is known as ultimate analysis. Ultimate, meaning that it's more reliable. Close inspection is known as ultimate analysis, and inspection from distance is known as conventional analysis. Okay, so what the object is makes no sense until the subject is brought into consideration. And the subject, there are two. This water is on the basis of how you see this by your naked eyes. That is known as conventional analysis. Whereas when you look at it more closely, you see that the water is empty. That is seen by the ultimate analysis. In other words, all our minds which perceive the object, all the subjective minds which perceive the objects can be classified into two groups. What are they? Conventional analysis and ultimate analysis. Okay. Say that what we see as a flower, house, evening, light, trees, these are all conventional analysis. You're getting it? Say the same object. What is this? You will say it depends how you look at it. If you look at it from, say, the far, which is known as conventional analysis, you find the conventional nature of the object. What is the conventional nature? What do you see from far? What do you see? Water. What is the conventional nature? Because water is what is found by the conventional analysis. Object as found by the conventional analysis known as conventional truth. So the water is the conventional truth of this object. Now, seen from very close inspection, which is known as ultimate analysis. By ultimate analysis, what is seen by the ultimate analysis of the same object is known as ultimate truth. So what do you see? There's no water. Through electron microscope, you see that the water is not there. You're getting it? What is not there? So no water. Empty of water, objectively, closely, objectively, there's no water. Empty of objective water. This is what is found by the ultimate analysis. What is found by the ultimate analysis known as ultimate truth. So, this object, what is conventional truth? Water is the conventional truth of this. What is the ultimate truth? Empty of objective water is the ultimate truth of this object. You're getting it? So the same object displays two natures. Same object displays two nature, right? Same. One is the conventional nature and the other one is ultimate nature. There are two. So therefore, we talk about two truths. Every phenomena has two truths. Every phenomena has two truths. So, in Heart Sutra, this morning we read, form is empty. Emptiness is form. Form is no other than emptiness. Emptiness is also no other than form. You getting it? Okay, now we will understand this. Say, Group A looks at this through your naked eyes. Group B looks at this through your electron microscope, see that the flower is not there. Flower is empty. You getting it? So, technically speaking, Group A's perception is known as conventional analysis. Group B's perception known as ultimate analysis. Okay. Now if I ask this, if I ask Group A, what is this? Flower. So, Heart Sutra, the first line says, form is empty. You getting it? What Group A sees as flower. Group B, what is this? No flower. Right? Empty of flower. Empty of objective flower. Empty of objective flower. So, this object is a flower. In the eyes of the ultimate analysis, this flower is empty of objective reality. Form is empty. Now I ask, what is this? Group B, empty of flower, emptiness. I ask, what is this? Group A, flower. What is the empty? What is seen as emptiness by Group B is the same object is seen as flower by form by Group A. Emptiness is form. You getting it? Now tell me, if I ask Group A, what is this? Flower or form. What is Group B? What is this? Emptiness of the flower. So, are these two different entities or the same object? Same object. So these the two truths, they are the same nature. Same nature. Form is empty, emptiness is form. Form is not other than emptiness. These two are not two different things. The form is not other than emptiness. Emptiness is also not other than the form. These two are the same entity with different perceptions. You getting it? Okay, so this is meaning of the form is empty, emptiness is form. So from this what we learn is that what is that object? It depends on how you perceive, what kind of subject you employ. You employ what? Ultimate analysis or conventional analysis. You getting it? If you say, this is a flower, what is this perception employed? Conventional analysis. Okay, this flower is illusion-like, it's empty, there's nothing from the object, it's empty. What's this analysis? Ultimate analysis. You're getting it? Okay, now with this, what we do is that, okay, now pick up anything on your table. Just pick up something that is on your table. Pick up something that is on your table. And look at it. Look at it. Just you look at it and see how it appears to you as objectively real, how it appears to you as objectively real or as subjectively real. How does the object appears to you? As objectively real. You're getting it? Objectively real means that from the object, the book appears as real, from the object. That the book appears as from the object it exists. Now, with the ultimate, if the book does exist objectively, which of the two analysis should see that? Ultimate analysis, conventional analysis. A. Be careful, even with my questions. Learn how he is formulating questions. You're getting it? With these questions, you are taken to the emptiness. So the question is, look at the object yourself, and how does that object appear to you? Object real or subject real? First question. As object real. If the book truly exists objectively, which of the two minds should be able to see that? Ultimate analysis or conventional analysis? Ultimate analysis able to see that. You're getting it? Now, with the ultimate analysis, you look at the object, do you see the book or not? You don't see the book, so the book disappears. So there is a contradiction between the two things. How the book appears and the reality of the book. Reality of the book is that it is empty of objective reality. But how it appears to me as objective real. You're getting it? Okay. Let's say, how many people? Okay, we have 1 minute. Yes, so. Huh? Okay, or I can rest also. Yes. Okay. Okay. So before I entertain the questions, let me quickly tell you that the that the object appears, object whatever, all these things appears object real. If it does exist object real, it should be seen by the ultimate analysis. On the contrary, ultimate analysis, when the object is subjected to ultimate analysis, object is not seen. You're getting it? So there's a discrepancy between how the object appears and how it actually exists. It actually exists as empty of objective reality, but it appears as objective reality. Okay, now, let's say that, how many of you like cheesecake? Be very honest. Okay, how many like momos? Okay, there are more. Momo is more popular here. Right? Okay, but don't go for the non-veg momos, right? Veg momos. Let's promote veg momos. Okay, let's say that if you really want good momos, right? Then say, and you go to a good hotel or restaurant, you get good momos. And I tell you that, don't know what, I'll give you good momos. You happy? Very happy. And how many of you know that I make good momos? Veg momos. You don't know. Nobody knows. Sunla, you know that. You don't know that.
Never tasted it.
But you heard it. Oh. Yet you didn't hear that. Oh, that's... Ajay Kisana heard about it. Ajay Bamla, you heard about it and you don't hear. What did you hear? What did you hear? Let others know. Huh? Huh? Kishila prepares good veg momos. Yes, that's very true. right? Recently I made some, and I sent some to the maintenance in charge, who was my neighbor, and he was thrilled. He sent the messages 2 times. Geshe was amazing. 2 times. Okay, so let's say that I'm going to give you momos, right? You're so excited. And then think of my momos. Hey, think of my momos. Eat it. Right? Are you happy, not happy? Not happy. Why not? Why not? It's just purely my thought. It's purely subjective. So when you say it's purely subjective, your emotions are under control, right? When the real moment comes, whipper, right? Then your mouth waters, seeing things objectively real. So when you see things objectively real, emotions arise. Fear, anxiety, attachment, anger, jealousy, all arise. When you see things as subjectively real, your emotions subside. All the emotions are under your control. This is so important. Okay. Say say that you go to bed and you dream of Ajirji taking us for a holiday. Where? To Trent. To Bilbilin Top with a picnic. Right, with a picnic. Okay, how many will be very happy? Resents? Very nice weather, clean air, veg momos, right? Resents? And also cheesecake on the side. Right? Very good. So you dream of that. Ajirji writes so passionately that Ajirji is singing a song. Right? Okay. And Omar's English. His English, right? Omar, you sing? Okay, tell me. That's not saying. Sometimes. Sometimes. Yes, okay, Omar sings English song. Right? Okay. So how many like to have this dream tonight, Vincent? How many like to have this dream tonight, Vincent? How many like to have this dream tonight? How many of you like to have this dream tonight, Vincent? Yeah. Good. Okay. So you actually have this dream, right? So you have the dream. Now we're all going up. What do you call it? Billing. What do you call it? Billing. Billing. You go there, and then have the party, right? And then in the evenings, bear come. Leopard come. In the winter, leopard comes, and this group of leopard comes, right? Then what happens, right? Then you start to freak, right? So much fear, you're traumatized. Ajirji is running first, right? Okay, right? Okay. And then the one leopard is actually on the verge to jump on you, right? Now I'm dead, right? When you say I'm dead, right? Say then somebody, your roommate, wakes you up, right? So 3 moments. First, building picnic, cheesecakes, momos, Ajirji singing, Omar's English song, and then second moment, the leopards coming and chasing and pouncing on you. I'm dead. And third moment, somebody wakes you up. Right? Which of the 3 moments you prefer the most? Raise hands. Raise hands. Which of the 3 moments you prefer the Sapna, tell me. Third one. Ajitogala. Third one. Okay, the lady there at the back. Lady, yes? No, of the 3. Of the 3, first one lead to the second. Third one. Behind you? Your name? Sally, you also prefer third one. How many prefer third one? Raise hands. You prefer third one. Why the third one? Tell me, why the third one? Why the third one? Huh? you really get the relief, because that at that point, say the first one is there's tremendous joy there. Second one, there's tremendous fear there. Joys and fears are because of the belief that the dream is real. Right? So, with this involuntary emotions of excitement and sadness are giving rise to you. Wake up, all these emotions are under control. That is what we are seeking. You're getting it? So, that how the objects appear to you as object real. This is like being in the dream, seeing the dream is real. You are being under the sway of the dreams. Then you see that subject to object to ultimate analysis, the object is just empty from the object. Objective is empty. This is when you wake up. You wake up, all your emotions are under control. You getting it? This is liberation from all the destructive emotions. Yes, over there.
I would say why not choose the first one? Because we know we are dreaming, so why not just let the emotions experience us? Why not let joy, let us have joy, let us have pain?
Why not? Why not? Why not we choose the first one? The first one is very pleasant.
We don't know that we are dreaming, but we said that this is
Yes. No, so what's your point? 1, 2, 3.
no, I'm just giving like explanation.
Explanation or answering? You cannot be both. No, 1, 2, 3? The third one? All three. All three what? You want or you don't want?
Once like it's already giving teaching no. Like if you can control in the dream, then you can be away from your dream or you can control the dream.
Yes.
But most of the time we didn't know that we are dreaming.
Dreaming, yes. Yes. No, first the question is, of the two, what do you prefer? Third one. And for him, what's your name? What's your name? What's your name? Reason I'm saying that, why not go for the first one? First one's so nice. Why not the first one? Okay. So let me give the answer to this question. How many of you like to have this first part of the dream? How many like to have this dream? Be very honest. How many like to have this dream? Okay. Including Jigmenla. No, the Rigzenla. My next question. How many of you will have this dream tonight with hands? Hey, Rinzila. It's a pleasant dream. Why you are not going to have it? Good, don't forget it. I have no control of this dream. Lack of control. Listen. When you are watching a television with your little brother, right? Do you want to keep the remote control or you want to give the remote control to your brother who always watches cartoon? What do you like to do? Why? Why don't you give it to the small child? You're getting it? So why you want to keep it? I want my control. You're getting it? So, say if the remote control is in the brother's hand, you don't have the control. Lack of control is suffering which you don't want. You getting it? So however pleasant the dream is, you don't have the control, you don't have the choice, you don't have the free will to choose the dream. So that itself is suffering. You getting it?
Is it possible that my reality can be harsher than my dreams?
So this is what I'm saying. Even the what we call as reality is also a form of dream. You have to wake up from this also. You're getting it? And the reality can be extremely harsh, way more. The dream, real dream, conventional dream can be extremely pleasant, and reality can be too harsh. It doesn't mean that you have to choose the pleasant dream. If the pleasant dream if there's a choice for you to get a total freedom, why don't you go for it? You're getting it? Even the pleasant dream has a problem. What's the problem? Lack of freedom. You don't have the freedom to choose the dream. You're getting it? This is problem. So, what is suffering? Suffering is lack of freedom. Lack of freedom is suffering. So, including the pleasant dreams, it has a lack of freedom. So, finally, what we seek is that we seek total freedom. Yes? We seek total freedom. Okay. So, yes. Yes, here.
You said that objective, subjective, all the things, these things appears as real objectively. So I'm just asking you, subjectively, it stays more longer than objectively in our mind.
Okay.
So which is real? These things, like just for a 1 day or 2 day, and it's like, also like it's
Let's say flower. Flower will last for 1 day. Then
so what
subjective, you think of the flower every day.
every day you can memorize when you are ended with day, you will still memorize it.
Yes. Yes. So?
That's still in your mind,
Yes. So what's the problem?
which is real.
Both are not real.
But you say like objectively the things appear is real.
It appears as real, it's not real. Huh? Did I say it? No, it appears. It appears real and it is real, these two are different. Right? It appears as real and it is real, these two are different. For example, the Amazon, what they show you in the picture is very beautiful. What you get is a horrible thing. You're getting it? So appearance is so nice. Right? This is the way the problems happen. Online dating problem. So much problems. So much. Oh, no, 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 no. No, don't go to that extent. You've been problem. Don't go to that extent. Okay. Okay. So, yes, over there.
I wanted to know about the water. You suggested that it is both as illusion. It can be water and it can be not water.
Which one? This one. This is water. This is not normal water. Same. Is this water? Yes. Is this empty of objective water? Yes. There's no contradiction. It is water, yes. It is empty of objective water. It is water, it is empty of chocolate. Is it true or not? This is water, this is not reason. Correct? Not correct. So this water as well as is empty of being reason. Correct? Of course it's a perception. Then it should be seen by the objectively existence. If it is objectively real, then it should be seen by ultimate analysis. Not everything is made of quarks. Your mind is not made of quarks. Physical objects.
But then when two things come together, it brings existence to a new thing. Like when protons
Emergent property.
and these electrons get together, it is no more of the protons and neutrons. They are collectively called atoms.
But it has electrons, protons. It has.
Electron microscope, you are not seeing the whole, you are seeing a part of it.
Yes.
You are seeing a part of it.
Yes.
But collectively it is one. If I throw it on anyone, you will get it. It is objective, it is standing. It will be quite first.
Okay, so what Rizin is saying is that even if you say that there's no water there, you drink it, your thirst will go away. Right? If it spills on somebody, it will be wet you. Right? These are the functionalities. All these functionalities happening on which is through analysis, in the eyes of the conventional analysis. So it doesn't deny the reality that if you spill it on somebody, it will wet the person. If you drink it, the thirst will be quenched. All these things operate infallibly on which level? On the conventional level. You're getting it? These are not denied. You objectively not real. You are not real, by the way. I'm not a real Geshé. Dreamlike. Okay, so the point is that what is so important is that say any question that you might have, don't resist. But if you really want to get the benefit of this, you must have some hold, some grip of the what you've studied. For example, how many times you were fascinated to discover that what I was seeing is not the reality? In your lifetime, you must have encountered this, right? Say, what? In fact, for me, the best example is Amazon. Yeah, the best thing. You say, oh wow, this is so good, and you get it, and you cannot deny it. So what is there? The picture is there, but the presentability is very different. The appearance is so nice, and the reality is hopeless. Right? Did you come across such situations? Many times. Right? Many times. So where you feel that, oh, this can't be, this is what I'm not expecting. Right? You are discovering the discrepancy between appearance and reality. In other words, say, by thinking of this flower, if it hits your mind that what I'm seeing is not really this, just a bunch of atoms, where's the flower, is not really there, and if it makes you feel a little uncomfortable, if discomfort comes to you, they're so precious. Start from there. You're getting it? Discover, don't invent. If you invent, it's not reality. Discover. Was it really there? Discover it that what I am seeing is not the reality. You discover a little bit, from there you start. Then gradually you say that what I'm seeing as a person is not really there. So for example, boys, girls, we label some books intrinsically, you say as boys, girls and so forth. It's just a bunch of atoms. On the atomic level, where is the boy, where is the girl? Right? It makes no sense. And how many of you are below 30? Raise hands. How many are below 40? Raise hands. Most of you below 40, right? And then you say, those of you who are below, when I say below 30s, and you are in between 30 and 40, you are a little unhappy, right? When I say below 40, others are not raising their hands, and you raise hands, you feel really happy. I'm below 40. You getting it? What is below 40? What is below 40? What is plus 40? It's about your age, body age. Yes, no. It's about your body. Yes, no. Your body. Okay. Is there anybody in your 20s with sense? This girl, what is your age? 24. Anybody who is younger than 24? 20. Or let's say 20 years old, and he's the youngest. Are you the youngest? 22, right? So two of you are the youngest here. John, do you feel that you are youngest? You're a little happy? Right? Okay, look. Okay, this is a very serious exercise. Atoms which constitute John. And your name? Atoms which constitute John, atoms which constitute Stanzas, atoms which constitute their bodies, these atoms and my atoms, and all our atoms, they are all same age. You agree or not agree? They are all 15 billion years old. But no one atom is younger, no one atom is older. On the atomic level, we are all same age. Right? Those who are older, plus 40, console yourself. Right? How many agree with me? On the atomic level, all the atoms are same age. 15 billion years old. Raise hands. How many of you agree with me? Stanton, you agree? He's a little unhappy now. Okay, he's not the youngest one, right? We're all same age. It's very strange. So what make me young? What make me old? Right? My atoms and my atom which is 20 years old and Geshe-la's atom which is 55 years old, these were just the same age. So what makes me younger? What makes me older? Right? Think of this. You getting it? And something stirs within you which makes you feel a little uneasy inside. Uneasy inside, this is so precious. And whereas if this uneasiness, initially, uneasiness will come to you. And gradually, if you think of this more, this uneasiness will be replaced by incredible peace of mind. Why uneasiness? Because this new thinking clashes with our previous belief that things are objectively real. Young, old, male, female, this is all objectively real. This was our original belief. Now that is combated by this new understanding. So this clash is always manifested in the form of unease, right? Say Ukraine-Russian war, there's unease on both sides. Israel, Hamas, there's unease on both sides. So the clash is manifested from unease. This unease is nothing bad. It's so precious to indicate that you are now developing a new way of thinking to counteract our old way of thinking, which otherwise continues to attract fear and miseries within us. So if you continue this practice, then this fear will be replaced by incredibly profound joy, incredibly profound peace of mind. Getting it? Okay. So this is like a little bit of intro, and if we get more time. So what we learned, takeaway for tomorrow is that ultimate analysis and conventional analysis. You getting it? We see things objectively real. This wrong belief is counteracted by how we see things through the ultimate analysis. Let me repeat it before we stop here. We see things as objectively real, and because of which all the disturbing emotions arise. So now this foundation, like the iceberg, 1,000 years ago, what do you think, how stable the iceberg in Arctic Circle were? Stable, not stable. 1,000 years ago. 1,000 years ago. Stable, not stable. Very stable. Today not stable because of global warming. 1,000 years ago it was very stable. Imagine you can stack at least like 10-story buildings on this iceberg. It's very stable. Say you stack this building. Then 2010, 2020, 2021, 2023, then global warming, iceberg starts to melt. You're getting it? The foundation of all what you've stacked on this starts to melt. Once that melts, what happens? What you stacked at top will all crumble down. You agree? So what is that iceberg? Belief in things as objectively real. This is also referred to as the self-grasping ignorance. That is the ground. So that ground thus far remains so stable and firm, on which afflictions are stacked. Afflictions are stacked, then the fears all stacked on this. Now this iceberg of self-grasping ignorance melts with the warmth of the wisdom to see the emptiness of objective existence through ultimate analysis. Then iceberg melts. Iceberg of self-grasping ignorance melts. Once that melts, what happens? What is stacked on this? Attachment, anger, jealousy, fear, and the pains and the tears, all these will crumble down. And then your miseries stop. That's ultimate peace. You getting it? Okay. So the point is that ultimate analysis, conventional analysis. So we have to learn how to see the things from ultimate analysis so that the self-grasping ignorance is going to be combated. So this is the takeaway for tomorrow. Okay, we stop here. Okay, we'll turn to the declaration prayer, page 52, I think. Yes, 52. 52. Page 52. Okay, on this auspicious day of Lababdujan, the day the Buddha descended from the 33 heavens to the planet Earth, after being there for 3 months, giving teachings to all the god and goddesses, and including the Buddha's own mother who took birth there. Let's pray that His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the true source of joy and happiness on this earth, that he lives long and that his wishes be fulfilled spontaneously. And let's also pray that all the teachings of Buddha, be it Theravada tradition, Chinese tradition, Tibetan tradition, whatever tradition, as long as the teachings is grounded in compassion and the wisdom, may these teachings thrive they thrive everywhere in the minds of others to benefit the beings. So with this mind, let us recite the following verses. I dedicate the merit thus gathered to trusted realization of the deeds and the prayers of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of 3 times, and to the upholding of the doctrine of scripture and insight. May in all lives, through the force of this merit, never separate from the 4 wheels of the Mahayana vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, the perfect way in the 2 stages. From my 2 collections, vast space that I've amassed, from working with effort in this practice for a great length of time, may I be chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds wisdom is blinded by ignorance. Yata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswatyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswatyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswaha. 3 brushes together.